Hi Metalheads, willkommen zu Metalheads Forever, Show Nummer 263 am 10.01.2022. Schön, dass ihr dabei seid. Die erste Show der Woche. Was kann ich sagen? Heute geht's richtig ab, Freunde. Also heute haben wir mal schwedischen Symphonic Extreme Metal. Also ich habe mich durch das ganze Programm durchgearbeitet. Ich kann euch sagen, Freunde, Halleluja, heute geht's ab. Das ist mal wirklich was absolut Hartes, aber sehr, sehr cool. Der Mix ist perfekt. Aber unser Mix ist auch perfekt, denn wir haben ja so viele verschiedene Altersgruppen in unserem Fanclub. Und heute ist unser Jüngste, unser Küken, kann man mal sagen, unser Metal-Küken. Die Lina ist heute unser Metalhead of the Day. Here we go. Lina, danke für deinen Support. Danke, dass du dazugegangen bist zu unserem wilden Haufen und du hast deinem Daddy gefolgt. Also perfekt, so muss es sein. Also ihr Väter da draußen, redet mit den Kindern, die müssen Mitglieder werden. Dann ist es eine Familiensache. Sehr, sehr geil. So, heute geht's los mit der geilen Band und die Ansage kommt gleich in Deutsch. Nämlich heute startet die Sendung die Band Warpath und der Song Live, und zwar Believe. Here we go, let the madness begin.
Das nächste Stück von dem neuen Album. Song is called Believe.
Warpath. Jawohl, geht gleich gut los. Und jetzt freue ich mich auf eine geile Band. Liebe Freunde, die erste Nummer heute von Zornheym, und zwar Slumber Comes in Time. Und jetzt würde ich sagen, jetzt geht's los. Let the Madness begin mit unseren Gästen heute Abend. Slumber comes in time. Das war Zornheym. Jetzt freue ich mich auf Zorn. Jawohl. Der Gitarrist und Gründer von Zornheym. Good evening to Sweden.
Hello, everyone.
Later we see some videos. We see you with long hair. So you're the blonde,
Yeah.
the blonde metal god, not the bald one now. So,
Yeah, I'm the blonde metal guy that became bald after years of heavy duty.
of banging. So you
Yeah.
banged your hair. You banged your hair away.
Yeah, eventually the hair wouldn't stick.
No problem. I love the band. I had a
Thank
really,
you.
really good time to it's not, I tell you, I am more the new wave of British heavy metal guy, but if something is special, then I have an ear for this. And I had a quite good time today to find which song fits and which video. You have a very, very big YouTube Channel. So für alle da
Yeah.
draußen, schaut rein, Zornheym. Da könnt ihr mal den ganzen Tag verbringen. You can all day, you can check out. You have so many little videos, 1 minute videos. So, and what makes Zornheym special is you're not, let's say, like this song, always powerful and always grumpy voices. No, your singer he's fantastic singer. We will show him today. He will have some shining moments in this show.
Yeah.
But when to start the show, we always ask our guest, who is the metalhead here? Who is the guy, the guy behind Zornheym? What is your beginning? So how everything started for you in Sweden? Was guitar your first instrument? And when started, and what band? This is always important for me to know. What band was the trigger? I mean, Swedish bands. I have so many Swedish bands in the last year. They're always same. Like Europe. Europe is always a big point. When Europe became very big in the world, Swedish band says, "Wow, if they can do it, I can do it too." And maybe there is a similarity here. Let me know how everything started with you. What bands brought you to this lifestyle and this kind of music?
Actually, it all started when my father introduced me to Twisted Sister and the Stay Hungry vinyl.
Cool.
And I was, completely stunned when I saw the cover, with the D. Snyder sitting with a meat bone and having this monster face, looking completely psycho. and then of course I got really into We're Not Gonna Take It, and then eventually that grew on me, and I liked songs as Stay Hungry and The Price and so on. And then later on, it was actually Guns N' Roses with Appetite for Destruction.
Destruction, yeah.
Yeah, and then I saw a live video. I actually bought a live video on VHS back in the 90s. And when I saw Axl Rose performing on stage, something just triggered within me, and I felt I want to do that one day. So to tie it in with your other question, actually my first instrument was singing. I started as a singer, and then I started playing bass guitar in the band and sang as well. And then since I was the one that was writing the songs in my first band, I eventually switched to playing guitar and singing. But I never really got around to find the right technique for singing. So I switched to play lead guitar and got another guy that started to do the singing, because when I was a teenager, I always had like a sore throat because I couldn't really find the right singing technique. So yeah, that's pretty much how that started. And
it's amazing that it started actually with a hair metal band. The
yeah.
Twisted Sister was like a front rower for the hair metal, Motley Crue, Rat, Twisted Sister, and I agree. This album, Stay Hungry, I also owned the vinyl, and what a fantastic album. And
Yeah, I'm actually reading Dee Snider's autobiography at the moment and reading about how they recorded everything, because I'm really into that kind of stuff as well.
we are just in contact with JJ French from Twisted Sister. Maybe he becomes
Cool.
a guest in the show. So hopefully I can talk about. The problem is we can't play the original videos from Twisted because they are in a major label. You know.
Yeah.
This is not allowed to do here. But actually very strange that you start with a hair metal, you became like a fan of Guns N' Roses, and then there was a question of Heike, Iron Heike. She's a member from our fan club, and she says, "What is extreme metal?" It's actually a good question, because if you Google Zornheym, there comes a symphonic extreme metal. So is this made up by you, or is this made up by a journalist?
I think that's how we try to label our first album, Where Hatred Dwells and Darkness Reigns. And I guess today maybe extreme metal is not a proper label for it. I think our music is kind of hard to label, because of course you can call it symphonic metal, but as soon as someone starts growling and there's like fast drumming, you kind of want to tell the listener that, you know, that it's going to be some heavy stuff as well. And I guess that's why we used that term. But I mean, the newest album is actually a lot more heavy metal incorporated in the music, as well as some really extreme stuff. So I'm not too fond of labeling our music. We actually had a talk about this weekend, the whole band, you know, that we don't like labeling our music, because at least we think that we have a pretty unique sound, and you can actually hear that it is Zornheym pretty fast when you hear a song, because we have a certain way of writing melodies and stuff like that.
I just read in the comments that sounds a little bit like Sabaton when it comes to the chorus. The chorus is always like a melody. Not all songs, but
No.
many songs have this like a folk song. Actually, this is like a Swedish folk song in a power metal. Is this correct?
Yeah. The melody in the chorus is actually an old folk song that the Vallones brought to Sweden, and actually to my hometown, Finspång. And this melody has been very special to me and to the people in my hometown. So this whole song, Slumber Comes in Time, is kind of like a homage for my hometown that, you know, got me into music. And, you know, Finspång has like a strong history in music. Dan Svane used to live in Finspång, and he recorded, you know, Dissections, Somberlane, and Storm of the Lightsbane, and, you know, all the first Opeth's albums were recorded there, and Edge of Sanity are hailing from Finspång as well. So, you know,
I didn't know this,
huh?
I didn't know this. This was my feeling. This is sounds like a folk song, and I was right.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have continue. Sorry, I interrupt you.
No worries. So the whole chorus is like a homage to Finspång, because I want to give back to the small town that gave me so much music. basically.
So it was the perfect opener, actually, for the show.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Before we go to the next song, I told you before, we have a fantastic fan club, growing fan club. And I started this 2 weeks ago, that I introduced the people that greet you, and you can greet them back. And the first is Peter Krause.
Evening, Peter. Nice that you're checking out this interview. I hope you like the songs.
Then we have Thomas Kreuzer, our Switzerland chapter chief.
Oh, horns up to you, Thomas.
Our chapter chief from Bremen, Gisela. She's greeting you.
Hey, Gisela. Nice to know you.
We have Michael Sturm, also our member. They're all members from the fan club.
Cool. Hi, Michael.
Then another Michael. We have many Michaels.
Hey, Mike.
We have our chief chef, Tamo.
Tomo, horns up for you too.
Another Michael.
Hey, Michael.
We have Daniel.
Daniel.
Hello.
Hello.
Our newest member, Flo.
Flo.
Let's see who else. We have so many. Here is another lovely
Astrid.
member, our Astrid.
Cheers.
Yes. Let me see. I see another. So many. They are on fire today, I tell you.
Great. Cheers, guys and girls.
Yes, I have a cheers review with my coffee. Harald is another one.
Harald, cheers from Sweden. Thank you for joining.
Dirk aus Rindersrod. We love Swedish metal very much. Lovely.
Me too, Derek.
So you see, Thorn, we are in good company today. So let's have a great evening full of fantastic Swedish symphonic power metal. I will say power metal. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's completely fine.
So my coffee is actually empty. One sip I have. To you, my friend. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, and another big shot is just checking in. Do you know Crematory from Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here is the motherfucker singer.
Cool. Cheers, Felix.
The singer, Felix from Crematory.
Cheers.
Felix. The singer, the Kessel. Sorry. He will smack my face when he say, I call him the singing, what is Kessel? Baul. Big Baul, because he's the president of the Slim Fast company, you know. Actually, the opposite. Because he likes to drink and eat. He's a chef as well.
Cool.
So, I would say we go to the next song. Slumber Comes in Time. You have the perfect explanation about the song. So, perfectly. I would say we play first from the album. Black 9 is the song. And let's play the song and then talk about the song.
Okay.
The deal?
Deal.
Here we go. Here's Zornheym from the album. You always tell me what album is it?
The Zornheym Sleep Experiment. Out now via Noble Demon.
Yes, Noble Demon. Yes, we just had. I was actually. Let's say, I pushed you. Please write to the label that they're not blocking us, please, because we need freedom tonight. And then you actually wrote to the Noble label, and they said we're not blocking. So hopefully we have freedom. We can enjoy your fantastic music. And here is Zornheym and Black 9.
Cheers.
This is the fire and no control.
Black 9. The Zornheym Sleep Experience, the album. Is it a concept album?
Yes, actually all our albums are concept albums, and they are all taking place at the asylum that we are
I
calling
make you big. Wait a moment.
Zornheym. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the asylum where all our stories are taking place. And on the first album, Where Hatred Dwells and Darkness Reigns, we kind of introduced a couple of different inmates on each song. So basically, one song introduced one inmate that's locked up in the asylum. So you can pretty much see it as like a pilot episode to a new TV series. And on the second episode, the Zornheym Sleep Experiment, you get to follow Dr. Beetleheim, the professor that's running the asylum, when he is conducting a sleep experiment on Zornheym Asylum.
Yeah.
And Black 9 is about the 9th day of that sleep experiment.
I must say, I was overwhelmed. This album is so powerful. If you listen to the whole album, and so holy shit, and you don't even need a video for this song. You look at this cover, and you're sucked in. So this was my opinion. When I was in dark, I closed the lights and listened to the tracks and get in. There's so much in this song, so much. And so what can I say? It's so much love and creativity. There's so many stuff to hear. But to hear little thing here, little thing there. Who comes up with all these ideas? That the song becomes so powerful. I mean, this is really symphonic. There's strings and orchestra and voices and gimmicks. Is this in your head or is this a band thing?
It starts with me actually on this chair. The whole album has been written on this chair in this room. So I start with composing the songs, and then I start sending music ideas to Bendler, our singer, and then he starts collaborating with different vocal ideas for that, and then he sends it back to me, and after that I start experimenting with orchestral arrangement, and when I feel that I have a whole song, I go over to our other guitar player Skuka, and me and him go through all the orchestrations that I've done, and he helps me perfect them and gives his input on it. And then we just go mental with the whole, sound design and everything around it. And this album is actually recorded with a real choir and a real string quartet.
You can hear this. What I say, there's so much passion in the music that this can't be sampler. This was actually my next question. You answered it already. Are the samplers or real instruments? And so your answer. You're a singer.
Yeah,
I must
Bendler.
say he's Bendler. He's very Bender, right?
Bendler.
He is really special. He has charisma. He is a showman, and he's a good actor. Damn. I mean, the next video is one of the best video ever. This is such a powerful video. I talk about the opposed.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck! Who comes up with this idea? I mean, who has the idea to that a demon grows in his neck and then he's cut off the demon? Who comes up with ideas like this? And who films this? It's like in 100 years ago or 200 years ago.
Everything that pretty much that the post video is kind of like a short story about that inmate Edward and how he came to the asylum, and that he's sitting there locked up. He's born with a devil twin in the back of his head. And we actually did a graphic novel together with the first album, where you can read about this. I can actually pick up the graphic novel and show you after you play the song. Yeah, in the video, we pretty much tells the story how Edward got to the Zornheym asylum, and he's sitting there now, imagining that, you know, the evil twin that was once in his the back of his head is now growing and becoming his face.
Yes, great idea. I mean, there's let's say I was overwhelmed, not only for the music, also from the videos. They are special. Without further ado, so we do now the post, and then we talk about. Actually, you explained already, but here's the post. For me, one of the best videos ever, and the ending perfect. Here we go. The post.
Here we go.
What can I say? So, you want to show us something?
Yeah, this is actually the first graphic novel that we did for the first album. And as you can see here, um, so each song on the first album has its own chapter in this graphic novel. And we start with the opposed, and as you can see, it's basically the music video, and then you get to read about it and get everything explained. Here's where he's hearing the voices in his head and becoming crazy, and eventually cuts off his evil twin. And here's when he's arriving to Zornheym. So there's a ton of work put into each and every album that we do. And if you are like a fan of King Diamond and concept albums in the vein of King Diamond, you should really check us out. And the more you read about us in the booklet, like the booklet here, after each song, there's like a session note that the doctors that are supervising the sleep experiment, they've written like session notes where they are analyzing the whole experiment. So you get to follow everything, and there's like maps in the booklet of the experiment area where they are conducting everything. And on the first album, there's like a doctor's notations about every patient and stuff like that. So you can really get sucked in to Zornheym and stay there, and then use the music as a soundtrack for your stay there. And that's why we're writing such powerful music, because it's a soundtrack to the stories that we are telling.
So I out me now, because I do an outing here, because the King Diamond fans sure don't like this what I say now, but I love the music of King Diamond, but I don't like this high voice, this high pitched voice. And I love you because I like and now we're coming closer to this where Bendler shines. He's not only a growling singer. He does all the normal voices as well. He has a very very beautiful singing voice, and now I show now a live video from 2017. We'll call it a RIP video. RIP, rest in peace, the lovely hair of Thorn. then we can see you on stage, and the sound is not perfect. The video is perfect. The sound is not so, but fuck it, the energy alone. Watch Bendler, what he does.
And this is a cool thing, because this is the closing song of the first gig that we ever did. So this is the first time we played a show together as a band. this because you're showing the one from Motorculture, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was our
And-
very first show, the very first show of the band's history.
And Bendler, he's still performing like this.
Yes.
This wild one, running around, jumping around, and constantly on fire. This was the last song. So what did all the songs in the show? He did this to every show, to every song.
Yeah, and probably more in the beginning, and we are even better live nowadays because now we have another 60 shows under the belt.
Holy shit, this man is on fire. I can tell you.
Yeah.
Whatever he takes, give me. I like the energy, high energy. I must say. There's Zornheym, Hestia, right? Is it right pronounced? Hestia. The last song from the show, and he is live at the Motorculture 2017. And now let's rock. Wait, moment, wrong button. Here we go. When you saw the sea of fists and devil horns right in front of you, the last song, you knew we are on the right way, right?
Yeah, especially since when we were performing, we had only released 2 singles, and we actually had a signing session later after the gig, and it showed up so many people, and we were allowed to actually sell our album before the release date. So we sold so much merch that day that we even sold more than the bigger bands that were performing on that festival, like Arch Enemy and stuff like that. So we were blown away by the support.
I tell you what, you tell me it was the first gig ever. This
Yes.
looks for me, yeah, a band like plays already years together. Let me talk about a little bit. Let's talk about Bandler, your singer.
Yeah.
He's extraordinary. He
Yeah.
has, like I said, he has fantastic voice in many ranges.
Yes.
He delivered the growling. He delivers the high voices. He delivers the middle range. Everything. He is a front man. Where you got this man? I mean, in my opinion, this is a star.
Yeah. I actually found him in my city, Finspång, where I grew up. But he's a little bit older than me, and back then I only knew him as a guitar player. So when I was looking for a singer for Zornheym, I started looking for someone that wasn't already involved in 10 other bands or something like that. And then I, by accident, found a clip of him filling in for one of the singers in Scar Symmetry. And when I saw his power and energy there, I knew straight away that, this is the guy that I've been looking for. And then I contacted him and asked him to demo some vocals for one of the songs, A Silent God from the first album. And he delivered it straight away, and it sounded fantastic. So after that I told him to call me up and we would have a chat, and I introduced the whole project for him, and he was psyched about it because he loved the whole concept idea. Our concept bleeds into our stage gear. We have like customized straight jackets that we're wearing on stage, and how every story that we keep telling the story of Zornheym throughout our discography. So he was pretty much hooked from the start, and I asked him if he wanted to be
Just
the frontman.
keep talking. Keep talking.
Yeah.
I just looking for something I can show.
Okay.
But I don't know. Where is it now? The folder. Here. So I want to show something. Then we can talk about this. What you just said.
Yeah.
Now we have the best explanation. So
Okay.
Mento. Here you go. So now we can talk about what you really mean. If you see your outfit, for example.
Yeah, this is our outfits. This is a promo picture for the first album. So and these are like custom made for the band, and we want like everything to follow the red thread of the band. With how we present the albums, the artworks. I mean, if you look through the booklets, it's like stepping into another world. And this is an idea that I've had since since my mid-20s basically, and today I'm 39. So it's been really, growing inside my head. And today we have probably accomplished like maybe 8% of my full ideas on how to
By the way,
expand
the
this.
mouse, that's you here. That is. So it's Zornheym. This is your master. You are the mastermind of what we see here. I love this picture. This is a great picture. With the photographer, he said, "Give me better attitude. Look grim." What was it when you took this picture?
Yeah, he's a great photographer. It's Jens Rydén, actually the singer of Tyrfing, and he's done like all our photographs and promo pictures, and he's actually done the layout for our albums as well, and taking all the pictures that you see inside.
Fantastic.
And as you can see here, this is the backside of the Zornheym sleep experiment, and here you can see one of the inmates inside the test chamber and the two doctors that are observing him. And this is a picture that Jens took for us, and it's a fun thing is that it's actually Jens, all three of these people, and then it is taken like the picture 3 times.
Fantastic, my friend.
Yeah,
let's play another great track. Sometimes it's hard. What song you really choose, because you have albums, and say, okay, what songs kicks me in the guts, And another one I really liked was Keep Cutting. We play the video or the song because there is no videos, only the cover, and then let's talk about Keep Cutting. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Here we go. Zornheym, Keep Cutting, and now I can say it. I talked to you actually. Now you see our fan club. You fell in love with our fan club. I hope so.
Yeah. They seem to be very, very active,
and one of them we have to greet now extra, Sturmy. Maybe you see before, or well done, Sturmy, and cool Sturmy. He's the guy. Actually, he wrote to you. He brought the band.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
His name is Sturmy.
One more time.
Sturmy.
Stormy.
Yes.
Thanks.
His family name is Storm.
Yeah,
and
Storm.
Stormy is like Storm. Not Zorn. He was what now? I thought, what is Zornig for English? Zorny. No, not Zorny.
Zorn is like anger.
Anger. Yeah, anger, of course, anger. But he was angry on his day when he wrote to you. So he brought Zornheym. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play Keep Cutting. Straight in the face. Powerful. All this,
Yeah.
the chorus, all done by Bendler? Or
Yeah, he's doing all the voices. It's a lot of layering, of course. And of course, this is the closing track of the new album, the Zornheym Sleep Experiment. So this is where, shit hits the fan and everything is going to hell, So that's why it's so aggressive and has this strong essence of a horror movie. And after this one comes like basically the end credits, the madness that lurks within, where you kind of get the epilogue of the whole sleep experiment.
keep cutting. What means it with keep cutting?
It means that in the story, the doctors have entered the sleeping chamber and they have realized that the patients, they have been forced to inhale a special gas called the Omicron that makes them wide awake, so they can't fall asleep. And during all these days that they've been staying awake, they have slowly started becoming demons and monsters. So they haven't touched any food or any drink, but they've started, ripping themselves apart and started eating and devouring themselves. So when the doctor sees this, they rush them to the ER to try and save them, so they can continue the experiment. And that's actually the patients, when they're lying on the operation table, they are smiling to the doctors that are operating on them, asking them to not give them any anesthesia or anything like that, and they're just smiling and
I want to
telling the
feel the pain.
doctors, yeah, and they're telling them to keep cutting, cutting in their flesh.
Cut me, motherfucker. Oh.
Yeah.
So everything is in your brain. This is
Yeah.
not a band thing. This is Zorn is a angry man. But no, but you actually, you're a family man. You just talked to me before why you come a little bit late to the interview. So you have your son presence is also. So what is behind this mastermind? What is Zorn? Like Thomas is your real name. So
Yeah.
what is the man behind Zorn? A humble, lovely guy, family guy, or tell me.
Yeah, I guess that I'm a very passionate soul that's truly in for the art in this life. And of course, I love and care about my family. I have two sons and living with my fiance here in Sweden, and I care very much for them. But there's a lot of stuff inside my head, a lot of music and stories. I've always been like fascinated about fantasy stories, or old folk stories, and stuff like that. So, and I guess that nowadays I'm a big sucker for TV series. So I want Zornheym to be its own TV show that I'm directing inside my head.
You should.
I mean, yeah.
But Zorn, a question: when you show us the novel, like a comic,
Yeah.
Why there's not one for the second album or for the new album?
We're making one, and
Okay.
if you are curious about it, both the imagery that you see for Slumber Comes in Time and the revelations are like a sneak peek from that
Okay.
graphic novel, because all that art is taken the graphic novel that's coming.
But you know what is missing in your music? The flute.
No. No, there's a flute in
You know
in
why?
Slumber,
Because
and
today's day of the block flute. What is it in English? Block flute.
yeah. But
This is actually
there's a piccolo flute in Slumber Comes in Time at one
okay.
part, actually.
Piccolo flute. Yeah,
You know, that this really bright, like if you listen to it again when we're done here, and listen to when the intro riff is coming for the second time, there's like a run with the piccolo flute. You need to check it out. It's really cool.
I knew I missed the flute now because the flute is the running gag. Actually, it started I don't know when, months ago, and this is this. You know, we have these heavy metal maniacs here. You know, every night different. You know, different genres. You know, and you have no idea how many start actually with a flute. They became guitar, bassists, vocalists.
Yeah.
But I started with the fucking flute, you know, and this is like a running gag, and I make a joke out of this, and then I found out, holy fuck! In Switzerland, for example, you have to learn the flute first in a school, you know. They're punished actually, and I say a good drummer becomes if you have two flutes because you can use it as drumsticks, you know.
Yeah,
so
we actually used to have the same thing in Sweden. That's why I never went to take any formal music lessons here in the Swedish public school, because you had to choose between the flute or play the violin. And you know, I was always interested in playing the guitar, so my dad taught me.
you know, this is a second part. What many times I hear this. Today's show number 263 in 1 year. You know, so
Yeah.
imagine how many stories I heard already, and I think the number one story I always hear, or the upbringing, is always the father.
Yeah.
The fathers are so important in the metal world because it started with the father who introduced the sound. You know, it could be the 60s, like Beatles or Elvis Presley or Chuck Berry or whatever, or then 70s, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, and all this great Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And I had one show. This was a Voltage Arc, a very young band in Switzerland. This was the band after Ronnie Atkins. Ronnie Atkins was from Denmark, you know. Ronnie Atkins from Pretty Mates. Yeah. He was, and they switched. Normally they would be first, and then they said, please, Ronnie Atkins want to be first. Okay, and they switched. And then we have the very first time that the band was downstairs partying in the interview, and the fathers, all fathers of the band, celebrated upstairs, watched the show, and was fucking drinking. I say, bring the father in, and they came all in, and we had one big family pictures, father drinking and celebrating, you know, and they said because the father played in a band, and of course as kiddies they follow the father to the shows and say, oh, on stage, and they got the first taste of a little bit fame, you know. So they said, I want to be like this, you know. And so the father is always, as many times, a role model, you know. And you said the same. You were introduced from your father to the rock music, and perfect. All right, so and now comes a special part. Now we heard the angry version of Zornheym.
Yeah.
And I ask you for permission to play this video, actually, because it shows actually the opposite of Zornheym.
Yeah.
This shows you on the acoustic guitar and Bendler on the vocals, and I must say I was blown away by the performance. This is no effect. There is not even a vocal effect. This is only his real voice. This is no even mixed. This is I think from the camera.
Yeah, we actually we recorded this on the release day of the Zornheym Sleep Experiment. So we had like a live stream, me and Bendler from his studio, and talked with our fans. We do that from time to time, and then we took a few glasses of wine, and then we went out and did this in 1 or 2 takes. so this is just
This
one
is a
take.
one take. I can tell
Yeah.
you, yeah.
And we're tipsy, so
When I tell you what I said before, Bandler has charisma as a frontman.
Yeah.
If a singer has no charisma and cannot touch the crowd, then he's useless. But this man, especially, I tell you what when I watched him, I was on every notes on his lips, and the performance, the expression, what he does, how he works and he looks, and it's fantastic. And I tell you what, this song easily could be from Bruce Dickinson. But Bruce Dickinson is not only a great vocalist, he's also a great showman, maybe one of the best in the world,
Yeah.
who catch the crowd, has the crowd in his palm. And there's not so many. Really, let's say Freddie Mercury was one of them, Rob Halford is one of them, Ron James Dio definitely, or James Hetfield, Ozzy. That's the classic metal singers. And Bandler, he has a absolutely charisma, and this that's why I say I have to bring this now, because sadly there's a video for this song, and I talk about the song let me see, Keep the Devil Away. But there was the great video, so check it out. Ihr da draußen, schaut's mal in YouTube. Keep the Devil Away is a great video. But in the credits I saw BMI, and I said, oh my god, that's why I was so worried. Hopefully the music runs through today, and we have no problem with the label. I don't know why is BMI involved, and that's why I was afraid to play this video, because I can't risk. So I don't know what it was on a sampler or something like this. It must be on.
I think this song has been pushed around to all kinds of places. But Patrick of Noble Demon said that no worry, guys, they won't shut you down.
But BMI would shut me down.
Okay.
Not you, not Noble Demon. Anyway, then I chose an acoustic version of the song, and it's for me it's a absolutely masterpiece of showmanship what Bandler brings on the table. Here's Keep the Devil Away, only your fantastic acoustic guitar, Zorn and Bandler live. Keep the Devil Away.
Ta-ta.
Turn on me, existence in a permanent state. You cannot hide or fear. Keep the devil away, keep him astray. Hear our prayer. Keep the devil away, keep him astray. Hear our prayer. Keep the devil away, keep him astray. Hear our prayer. Devil away, keep him astray. Hear I pray. You hear what I say? No. He's the one that's leading this God-forsaken tears. You can't ignore his power and free us from this hell. Don't close your eyes, anxiety's remedy. I'm right here, whispers echo through the door. Don't turn on me, existence in a permanent state. You cannot hide or fear. Keep the devil away, keep him astray.
And now you tell me he has nothing to do with Bruce Dickinson. He is also a vocalist like this, storyteller, you know?
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love it. He's a star, I tell you what.
Yeah,
Signed
yeah.
a long-time contract, a long life contract, a whole life contract. Damn.
Yeah,
What can I say?
we actually started doing these. There's actually a bunch of acoustic performances that me and him are doing on our YouTube channel because you know, since a lot of tours got canceled, we decided to start doing a couple of these sessions every now and then, and we actually ended putting one of the acoustic songs on the new album as a bonus track, and that's a track that you only get if you buy the CD or the vinyl version of the album.
Talking about CD, Bandcamp is the link, and of course, I forgot to mention it before. Of course, I started and then I slipped to another. This is the Bandcamp, so you can order everything, all merch,
Yeah,
through this page. And of course, I asked you to support I support you, and we get something from our fan club, a fan package. Is this a yes?
this is a yes. I'll if you send me an email again with the address, I'm gonna put together a cool package
Great,
for you
great.
guys.
The fan club loves you already, you know. And the address very easy. The login link, this email I sent you below our logo is the headquarter address in Regensburg, in
Perfect.
Germany. So you don't have to send it to the Philippines, no. Germany. and we were very thankful in name of the fan club. We are very thankful. We are already on the end of the interview, but we already 1 hour 26, perfect length. One and a half hour is always a very, very good length. I hope you liked the show, and please recommend us to other bands. We need more underground, more great bands like Zornheym. Definitely, Zornheym is very special, and I'm very thankful to Stürmi that he brought you in. And Stürmi, you're the best.
Yeah, thank you so much for
today. I must say for today,
Yeah,
because we have so many good bookers. Tom, Elke, they are great bookers too, not to forget. But Stürmi, perfekt. Weiter so, genau solche Bands brauchen wir hier. Anything to say before I play the last songs? The last song is The Revelation.
The Revelation.
So we have to talk about the song now, because after this I kick you out.
Basically, this is the track right before Keep Cutting. So that's why this is the slowest song of the album. So it's like the calm before the storm, you know, when they are storming into the sleep experiment chamber and discovering what the people have done, which you're going to see in the video as well. And I want to thank you so much for having me today. I'm going to send you a care package. I've already seen people been buying stuff from our Bandcamp throughout the interview. Yeah. And I want to welcome all of your fans as inmates of Zornheym, because that's what we are calling to referring our listeners and supporters to. They are the inmates together with us at Zornheym, because we believe that we're in this world together. So I welcome all of you as inmates of Zornheym from this day.
Our member Harald, at the video, you saw the positive madness in the eyes of the singer.
Yeah.
And I 100% agree with Harald. That's what I saw this, and I thought, damn, this is a world-class singer. He's not only with a great gifted with a great voice. No, he has charisma. He sucks you in. You can't look the other way. Okay, maybe on the guitar nerds, they will follow you what you do, but on the guitar. But he is definitely a frontman. Definitely, you saw it. I saw him live. How he jumps around like a maniac. You know, he has the right attitude for the metalheads, but he also is a great showman, and he can deliver something like this. And it's very hard to be. I was a showman about 40 years, and this is an entertainer.
Yes.
And give Bendler my regards. Hopefully he sees the interview. Bendler, if you see the interview, I greet you. Motherfucker, you touched me, really. A motherfucker was in a positive way.
Yeah. I will give him your regards for sure. And
please,
we've already started working on the third album, because we are very determined to bring Zornheym to the big stages, because I think that our music would look really good on a big stage with a big production, and some string quartet and some choir people, and maybe some brass players as well.
Zorn, you like beer?
Yes.
You like German beer?
Yes, I do.
Now you get a taste, because now I asked the question before somebody else does. They're always stealing my show away, because this is always what I say. Peter Hirsch, motherfucker. He makes always this, He asked then higher classes and cheers to Zornheym. So now I do it. So raise the glasses, hoch die Humpen für Zornheym, and then you see the chat yellow. This is normally the reaction. The chat gets fucking yellow, metal yellow, Zornheym yellow. It started, and I would say, you will. I post all the greetings now. They all say thank you to you and greet you. So it started already. Yellow. So, Zorn, what can I say? Thank you so much for this fantastic interview. It was authentic. It was special. It was fantastic. Thank you so much. I love Zornheym. You have a new fan. I am the new fan. I am the new inmate. Thanks to the band. Give your band my regards, and I love you. And come back if you have a new album, a new video. Contact me. You can come for the after show video, one video, a little bit interview. No problem. Come in anytime. We love you. And here is the last song. Here is the revelation. And I would say good night. Thank you. Stay healthy. Stay heavy. And we wait for new stuff from Zornheym. I salute you, my friend.
Cheers, man. Take care.
Cheers.
Don't want to
Jawohl, das war ein Zornheym. Das war Zorn von Zornheym. Was für ein sympathischer schwedischer Metalhead. Hat mir so Spaß gemacht und ich hoffe euch auch. Und danke, Sturmi. Hast du perfekt gemacht. Ich möchte einen ganz großen Dank aussprechen an Thomas Kreuzer, an unseren Schweizer Chapter Chief. Der hat heute upgraded zum Ace of Spades und hat eine sehr, sehr großzügige Spende gemacht. Und lieber Thomas, du weißt gar nicht, wie uns das jetzt hilft momentan. Das kann ich dir schon sagen. Und wird auch sehr gut eingesetzt, kann ich gleich sagen. Also Thomas, danke dir. Willkommen als Ace of Spades. Was soll ich sagen? Ich war überwältigt heute. Danke, lieber Thomas. Super. So, Freunde. Und jetzt haben wir, würde ich sagen, Symphonik, Extreme Metal gehabt und Power Metal. Jetzt mischt man komplett mal durch die Aftershow. Ich habe 5 Videos ausgewählt und zwar 3 davon, die jetzt in Zukunft kommen, in diesem Monat und nächsten Monat. Also bleibt dran. Und ich habe jetzt mal was Deutsches ausgesucht. Habe ich, glaube ich, noch nie gespielt. Und zwar von Schwarzer Engel heißt die Band. Und der Song heißt Endzeit. Willkommen zur Aftershow-Party. Schwarzer Engel, Endzeit, geht auch ganz schön ab. Gefällt mir super. Das wäre was, Herr, geh doch bitte an die Kasse. Die können wir auch spielen, die Jungs. Also, Schwarzer Engel, gefällt mir. Und jetzt gehen wir ein bisschen ins klassischen Hardrock und so rein. Eine Band, die habe ich vorher noch nie gespielt. Ich weiß gar nicht, dass die gab. Mit der geilen Frontfrau. Shot Down Twice. Und zwar Talk to Me. Ah Gott, wieder falsche Knopf drückt. Hier sind wir. Herr Kindorf, bitte eine Kasse. Die brauchen wir. Die ist immer sympathisch. Cooler Groove, coole Sängerin, geil. Shot down twice. Talk to me. Wenn er wissen will, was ich nebenbei so mache, also wer die Songs hier spielen, ich mache Booking. Nämlich, ich kann mir nebenbei immer die E-Mails rein und gerade wir haben eine eigenen Facebook-Gruppe, wo nur die Booker drin Zugriff haben und der wird gerade gefeiert schon. Wir sind in Feierstimmung hier. Also selten das gleich, so wie Benediction sind bestätigt, liebe Freunde. Benediction kommen am 25.03. Jawohl. Ist es nicht geil? Jawohl. Jetzt geht's ab, Freunde. Der März wird immer voller. Jetzt haben wir bloß noch 9 frei für den März. Dann ist das auch schon voll. Also Januar, Februar, wir so, bums, brechen voll. Und jetzt geht der März los. Wir geben Gas. Vollgas. Und tja, jetzt sind wir gleich 3 Bands hintereinander, wo unser lieber Herr Kindorf an der Kasse, der Mann, immer die Band bringt. Nämlich der nächste hat er auch gebracht. Und auch die übernächste, außer den letzten, den hat er nicht gebracht. Aber die nächste Band, so richtig oldschool, würde man sagen, so richtig oldschool, auf die freue ich mich, weil die sind irgendwie, ja, der Sänger, der macht so einen gemütlichen, ja, Saufkumpel, Attitude hat der, und zwar Remachined heißen die. Und jetzt gibt es am allerersten Mal was von denen zu sehen. Die kommen nämlich auch in die Sendung. Wir sind Remachined und Hard on Fire.
Anyway, see you
Remachined, Hard on Fire, jawohl. So, wird der Balken weg da. So, 8.3. sind sie. Ich wollte gerade noch den Balken reinmachen, dabei hat es irgendwie mein Internet nicht angenommen. So, scheiß drauf. 8.3. sind Remachined live zu Gast in der Sendung. So, die nächste Band ist auch eine sehr, sehr coole Band, muss ich sagen. Wir haben so viel Verschiedenes. Also, ich bin begeistert, was jetzt momentan passiert hier. Und die nächste Band heißt Time On. Time On, Kings of Dishonor heißt der Song. Und ich würde sagen, der vorletzte Song heute Abend. Wir sind bei 1 Stunde 53, perfekte Länge. Und wir sagen, here we go, Time On.
The man
Tja, was soll ich sagen? Der Wahnsinn. Heute scheppert es ja richtig ich sage mal, ich muss bloß noch was machen da. Ich habe ein kleines Problem hier, technisches. Jetzt geht's wieder. So, wir haben einen Newsflash, Freunde. Heute schon was Spezielles gespielt, aber erst einmal. Was war heute unser Einsteiger? Könnt ihr noch erinnern? Die, wo von Anfang dabei waren? Jetzt rate mal, wer am 18.03. kommt. Und wer jetzt gerade zuschaut, Motherfuckers, welcome in der Show am 18.03. Warpath. Jawohl. Geil, Elke. Hasper war gerade wieder ein Lächeln ins Gesicht gezaubert. Ich sage, unsere Booker sind on fire. Sturmi heute mit der geilen Band gebracht. Tom bringt eine Band nach der anderen. Elke bringt die geilsten daher. Leck mich am Arsch. Super geil. Warpath sind in der Show am 18.03. Wir salutio. Wir freuen uns auf euch draußen. So, Freunde, weiter geht's mit Gebrüll, würde ich sagen. Wir haben noch einen Rauschmeister. Wir sind bei schon 2 Stunden, 1 Minute. Sehr gut. Und zwar unser Gast morgen, wieder ein Schwede. Und auf dem freue ich mich schon das ganze Jahr, nachdem es bekannt war, dass er kommt. Ich finde, das ist einer dieser Vokalisten, wo man sagen kann, das ist der Real Deal. Man, wer schon mit Hermann Frank zusammenarbeitet, dann wisst ihr es. Der hat aber auch eine geile Soloscheibe. Und ich rede von Rick Alzi. Und mein Rauschmeister heute ist eben Rick Alzi. Und das ist unser Gast morgen Abend. Einschalten ab 20 Uhr. Freuen wir uns wieder. Und ich sage schon mal Danke an alle, die heute wieder zugeschaut haben. Ihr wart wieder on fire gewesen. Der Chat hat gebrannt. So muss es sein. Danke für den Support, für unseren Gast. Der hat mir gerade wieder geschrieben, der ist überwältigt. So viele haben schon bestellt und der bedankt sich. Da haben wir wieder jemand happy gemacht. Er macht uns happy mit seiner Musik und wir machen ihn happy, dass wir supporten. Das ist es. Das macht Metalheads Forever aus. Danke euch, danke dem Fanclub. Danke nochmal an Thomas Kreuzer. Ganz speziell heute. Du bist der Mann. Ohne Scheiß. Wahnsinnig. Super. So, euch allen eine gute Nacht und sagt zu, morgen Abend ab 20 Uhr, wenn es heißt, der schwedische Monstersänger. Ich liebe den. Ich liebe die Stimme. Ist genau mein Cup of Tea morgen. Ich freue mich drauf. Morgen ist Rick Alzi hier, der Sänger von Hermann Frank, aber morgen werden wir mal über seine Soloscheibe reden. Und vielleicht auch noch ein bisschen vom Hermann Frank, logischerweise, oder Advance. Der hat so viel geile Sachen schon gemacht. Da wird eine Freude, wenn ich jetzt dann nach der Sendung mich da reinfuchse. Das wird wieder ein Spaß für mich. So, Freunde, das war's gewesen. Danke. Haltet uns in Ehren. Macht uns stark. Geht zum Fanclub dazu. Wer da draußen ist, was ist der Fanclub? Schaut auf die Webadresse richnewton.com. Ich werde es nochmal einblenden. Wer Lust hat, kommt dazu. Auch Musiker können Fanclub-Mitglied werden. Das sind unsere Metalheads VIP. So, Freunde, das war's. Hier ist Rick Alzi, Into the Fire. Gute Nacht und stay heavy.